Nicholas? Thank you very much. Okay, so you are clear about that. Vibrations, all right? Okay. Third thing is okay. No, it's okay. I'll use mine. Look at me, please. There is another very special sense, a composite sense, which is called stereognosis. Now I'm telling you, okay, stereognosis. Look at me, okay. You have placed few things here, you can see, okay, these things. Are all these things common? Daily life objects that we use? We are familiar with all these things, okay, there's no problem. Now, without telling me, you place these things here and few more things collectively and see, Mr. Wajid, I just want you to don't look here, turn your face or close your eyes and with your hand, okay, just feel and tell me and identify the objects, okay. Feel free to analyze the object and tell me, okay, I'll give you the time. I'll say okay. So, I'm not looking at it. Can I pick? Yes, okay. It seems like a thick pen, a plastic pen, a thick thing. Well, I'll not say it's a board marker through which I can write, but I'll identify it as a pen. The shape, the surface, the contour, the texture, I identified. Okay, one thing. It seems like a mobile. Yeah, I cannot say it's a smartphone or which mobile or Samsung or LG or iPhone, but I can say it's a mobile, isn't it? All right, I have feel, a glass feel here, a plastic type, the shape of it and the wazn of it, well, I identify it, okay? So mobile. I'll not make a mistake in this one. Yeah, glasses, lightweight glasses, plastic mumkin, yeah, seems like, okay, so identify as the glasses. Aha, easy, yeah, that sound, that weight, that shape, mafati, I'll say, definitely, there is no problem. The ability to identify the common objects without looking at them by feeling their shape, size, weight, texture and contour, this ability is known as stereognosis. Sense of stereognosis. I cannot write it over there because marker is gone. Stereognosis, S-T-E-R-E-O, stereo, G-N-O-S-I-S, stereognosis, okay? Stereognosis, S-T-E-R-E-O-G-N-O-S-I-S, stereognosis, all right? Okay. Now, stereognosis travels in the dorsal column. Tell me, do both tracts, fasciculus, cuneatus and gracilis, has the ability of stereognosis, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. I also hear no. Yeah. Is it yes or no? No. You are working at your home. You are working at your home, okay? And you are using your computer, sitting on your table or the study, okay, and writing, and very busy and very tired also. You're working with a pen. All of a sudden, a pen falls down, okay, and it rolls down deep there, okay? You are so exhausted really. Will you stand up and will you move your chair and will you look for that and you go down the table and you will pick it like this? Will you do that? No, you will not really, okay? What you will do? Like this, and you will feel, you cannot see, okay? But you feel that something is rolling and it is plastic and you can bring it it's not your slippers or shoes, it is different, and you'll say, okay, now I'll pick it, okay? So have you identified with your feet or not? Did you? So you have the ability in your feet also, but is it the same ability that you have in your hands? Okay, but you can, isn't it? So fasciculus, gracilis and cuneatus both are carrying stereognosis, yes or no? Equally? No. Thank you. All right. Are we clear so far? Fine touch, vibration, stereognosis. Done? Okay. 3 functions. All right. Number 4, please. Proprioception. Who knows the meaning of the word proprioception? Yes, dear. Sensation of feeling the movements. Add one more word. Position. Lovely. Position and movements really. Okay. I combine your answers and get the perfect meaning. Sense of position of the different body parts in relation to one another or as a whole. Tell me, I'm standing, you are sitting. You are not looking at yourself. I'm not looking at myself. Yet, we know our positions, isn't it? I know what I'm doing, where I'm standing. My brain knows. I'm not looking at my body, but I know where my hands are. I know what is the position of my face. I know what is the position of my back. Now, what is the position of my right limb and the left limb without looking? It means the whole picture is going into my brain. The whole picture, the snapshot is there, isn't it? Already. And even if I'm moving on this side, or I'm turning, or I'm picking something, even I'm not looking at my body. But even then, my brain knows what I'm doing, and that picture, changing picture is there in my mind. It's kind of a movie which is going, movie of my position. The fixed picture of my position or the movie of my position is there, isn't it? This is sense of position. This is captured by the brain all the time, okay? Even if your eyes are closed, you are looking or not looking, it doesn't matter really. You know, by closing your eyes, change your position and you will tell now what is the new position of your hand or feet or body. This is called proprioception. When you are moving your body parts like this is also the movement. Your joints are moving, closing the joints or opening the joints or changing or bending on one side. You are changing, performing movements. All these movements are very, very clearly there in your brain, that what kind of movement are you performing, okay? You are not wrong about it. This is your sense of proprioception. The receptors are called proprioceptors, okay, which give you that sense of position. Joints, muscles, tendons, skin, subcutaneous tissue, other structures, all receptors are present which make that picture. And that picture is going every fraction of a second into your mind. This is called proprioception. Proprioception is also traveling in. Is this going into your cortex, yes or no? Proprioception. Do you know very clearly about the picture which is happening all the time? So this is called proprioception. But will that be conscious proprioception or unconscious proprioception? What do you say? It should be conscious. So, fasciculus gracilis and fasciculus cuneatus are carrying conscious proprioception. This is number 4. Conscious proprioception. Conscious. I'm using the word conscious. Okay? It means there is another type of proprioception also. Alright? So 4 functions have been done. Okay? Darajat of pressure and temperature also. Darajat only. Okay? Darajat of pressure and temperature. Degrees of changing pressure. You are not looking at me, or I am just doing it. Okay? Can you feel the pressure? More or less? More or less? Less, more, less, more, less, more. I am changing, and he is quickly identifying. Now this is traveling in his fasciculus cuneatus because I'm touching this part, okay? So changing pressure, okay? Different pressures. Or if I use some hot or cold object or different hot objects, more hot, less hot, more hot, okay, warm object, he can tell me this is more, this is less, this is more, this is less. All of us, we can do that. This is all traveling in dorsal column system, okay? So let us make the list of functions. Number 1, fine touch. Number 2, number 3, stereognosis, right? Number 4, conscious proprioception. Number 4 is conscious proprioception. Number 5, temperature and pressure, sir. Okay? Sense of fullness. Our bladder, urinary bladder, urine fills inside the urinary bladder and it stretches. If we are not going to the bathroom for a long time, the pressure increases. The darajat of pressure will increase and stretch the bladder and feel more intensity, and we have a desire to go to the bathroom, really, isn't it? Okay, it's increased. We can control that, but still we feel that now pressure is more. It's getting more, higher and higher, isn't it? Okay? Well, these darajat of stretching of the bladder and the rectum also, this is also traveling in the dorsal column. But is it traveling in both gracilis and cuneatus? Yes or no? Then? Gracilis. Look, where is bladder present? Urinary bladder. Somewhere here, isn't it? Where is rectum present? Deep somewhere here. In both cases, it is within the territory of the fasciculus gracilis, not cuneatus. Cuneatus begins from here, isn't it? So remember, this function of the gracilis and cuneatus is different here. Otherwise, they are same. Okay? Cuneatus is not carrying sensations from the bladder and the rectum, but the gracilis is carrying the sensations. Did you get that? Okay? This is about fasciculus, gracilis, cuneatus. Okay, dorsal column done. In 2 words, I'll just finish up with the functions of the anterior spinothalamic tract and the lateral spinothalamic tract, ventrolateral. Please be with me for a couple of minutes. We are just finishing it off, the ascending system. Okay, the function of anterior spinothalamic tracts. Anterior spinothalamic tracts. 2 functions in 1 tract. Number 1, pain. Anterior spinothalamic tract. Again, crude touch and pressure. Okay? Now please, crude touch is the general touch, general sensation of the touch. If I am touching you and you are feeling touch over an area, but you cannot sharply localize exactly the details of the touch, then that sensation of touch is called the crude touch. And Abdur Rahim, this touch is the light touch. If I am touching some part of the body, okay, you cannot tell about the details of that light touch, but clinically speaking, it's a light touch. Okay, that will give you a feeling of touch, but the details and the quality of touch, that comes in the fine touch area. Okay, so generalized sensation of touch is the crude touch. Crude touch is traveling in anterior spinothalamic tracts. Now tell me, in how many tracts is the touch traveling? 2. Which one are these? Dorsal column. What type of touch? And what type of touch in the other one? Crude touch, traveling in the anterior spinothalamic tract. Crude touch and pressure, general sense of pressure. Okay? So, in how many tracts is the pressure traveling now? 2, same. Okay? Crude touch, pressure are the functions of the anterior spinothalamic tract or the ventral spinothalamic tract. Okay? Now, lateral spinothalamic tract, very quickly, in just 2 words. Lateral spinothalamic tract. Pain. Anterior finish. 2 functions bus. Crude touch, pressure. General pressure and crude touch. Okay? Khalas. Lateral spinothalamic tract. Lateral spinothalamic tract. 2 functions. 2. Number 1, pain. Complete pain. There are 2 types of pain, sharp pain and dull pain. All sorts of pain. All pain is traveling in faqat 1 tract. 1. And that is lateral spinothalamic tract. Pain below the level, this level of the body, all the pain which is coming into the spinal cord, that is traveling only in one tract, and that is lateral spinothalamic tract. Whatever the type of pain is, we'll discuss it later, but one tract. Temperature. Pain and temperature, yani two. Very simple functions. Anterior spinothalamic tract, two functions. What were those? Crude touch and pressure. Functions of the lateral spinothalamic tract. Pain and temperature. Finish. So it's very easy to remember. Two sister sensations together. Crude touch and pressure together. Pain and temperature together. Okay? Now please, final words before we close, because I'll stop at the ascending system. Later sometime I'll describe the descending system. But for right now we are finishing. And the last few words. Spinocerebellar tracts, please. Spinocerebellar tracts. There are two types of proprioception. Conscious and subconscious or unconscious, okay? Conscious is going to the cortex, okay? Tell me, Shabab, do you know right now how many muscles of your lower limb are contracting and how many are relaxing? Can you tell me by counting them? Okay, you know that some are contracting, which are having the function of contraction, some are relaxing, and in each muscle how many fibers are contracting and how many fibers are relaxing? Can you tell me? How much is your tendon stretched? Can you tell me? You don't feel, okay? You only know the position of your limb. Khalas, that's it. It's flexed, semi-flexed, open, extended, adducted, abducted. Khalas, you can tell. But you cannot tell inside what is happening. Inside story, la. You don't know about that, isn't it? Okay. Well, all these stretching, relaxing, okay, changing of muscles, every fiber muscle, every moment, every fraction of second, it is musalsal going into your spinal cord. All the information is going all the time. But do you understand this information? No. It is going to your subconscious level. Where should it go? Cerebellum. Where will it go? Cerebellum. So your subconscious sensations are mainly traveling to the cerebellum. Spinocerebellar tracts. How many? Spinocerebellar now. Two. Anterior and posterior. They are taking all these sensations. What kind of proprioception? Subconscious or unconscious proprioception. It is going by the spinocerebellar tracts and it is going into the cerebellum. Alright? This is the function of these spinocerebellar tracts. Unconscious proprioception, which you don't know about. Okay? Spino-olivary tract. Spino-olivary. I'll tell you, now you tell me after that. Spino-olivary. From spinal cord to olivary nucleus. From olivary nucleus directly to cerebellum. What is it carrying? It is also carrying subconscious proprioception, alright, or unconscious proprioception. But what is the difference between spinocerebellar tracts and this spino-olivary tract? Function is taqriban same. Difference, what is the main difference? Spino-olivary and the spinocerebellar tracts. Not directly. Thank you, lovely answer. One, spinocerebellar tracts are going directly. Alatul, they are going to cerebellum. They are finishing in cerebellum. Khalas. Spino-olivary, awwal it is going to olivary nucleus. From olivary nucleus it is going to in two stages or indirectly. Right. Okay. Direct and indirect. Function is same. Okay. Function of the spino-olivary and spinocerebellar is same. The difference is spino-olivary is going indirectly, not directly. Okay. And the spinocerebellar are going directly. Okay. Spino-reticular tract. Spino-reticular tract is carrying the sensations of impulses, stimuli, which will stimulate the reticular formation, and reticular formation will stimulate the thalamus, and thalamus will stimulate the cortex. So if I am sleeping or if I am drowsing and if someone touches, I'll become active really, okay? Or if some other stimulus comes to me, some kind of pressure or some pain or something enters into my system, I'll get activated because my reticular formation will get activated first, and my reticular formation will stimulate my thalamus and cortex. So the function of the spino-reticular tract is alertness and arousal and wakefulness. It makes the person active. Okay, if this tract is stimulated by different stimuli, then this tract is going to reticular formation. Reticular formation is the area of activation. It will activate your brain and you will become active and conscious, awake, alert. Okay, so it is the tract belonging to your wakefulness or alertness. This is for your arousal, that you become aroused and become active. This is the function of spino-reticular tract. Spino-vestibular tract. Spino-vestibular. Vestibular nuclei, remember one word, vestibular nuclei for tawazun, for maintaining your balance. Okay? So spino-vestibular tract is taking part in maintaining the balance, sensory part of the balance, sensory information for the balance, to keep the balance. Okay? In one word only, just one word, balance. Spino-vestibular. The last one is the spinotectal tract, which we did not discuss. Spinotectal. Again, please. Spino-vestibular. Tactile, spinotectal, tectum of the midbrain, okay? The last one. Spinotectal is for some special reflexes. It is the sensory part of some reflexes. For example, okay, if I'm his friend and he's standing and he's talking to someone, and if I come here and if I touch him from here, from this side, okay, and he doesn't know about it, he was just talking, what will be his response? Okay? Will he start looking here or there or there or there or what? The moment, like this, okay? The moment I touch him, he'll move it like this, isn't it? This is a reflex, okay, automatically turning to the same side. So my touch stimulates the spinotectal tract. Spinotectal tract will go to the tectum. Tectum will have a special integration of a reflex in which his neck and eyes will move like this. Okay? So movement of the neck and movement of the eyes. This is giving you a spino-visual reflex. Tectum is the site of visual integration. Okay? This reflex is called the spino-visual reflex. So this tract is helping you or responding when some sensory stimuli come and the person has a change in his vision and the turning of the neck like this to anything. Okay? Something strikes on this side, hits me on this side, I'll definitely turn my head there and try to locate what is the object which has hurt me or who has thrown or who is touching me. Okay? This reflex is called spino-visual reflex. Which tract? Spinotectal tract. Are we clear about that? I'll not exhaust you because it's been 2 hours of your patience, and thank you very much. It is a very long discussion. Thanks really for staying with me, and we are still not finished with the descending tracts, a little portion of it. Sometime later, for half an hour or so, I'll be finishing the descending tracts. But first of all, gather your knowledge about the ascending systems and embrace it properly, understand it properly. All the functions, all the tracts, all the pathways that we have discussed so far. Okay? Any problem, any question in that? Shabab, 1 second. I'm just coming to you also. Just, yeah.
The last synapse could be out of the